It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original camp, Revenant's Toll, would have never been established, much less its heavily fortified successor. However, with the construction still ongoing and the resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild requires something in return for their support. Sympathetic to our cause though they may be, whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourselves with such matters, antecedent. Really, Alphinaud, if I need concern myself with anything, it's surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters be best entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll? It is an honor, antecedents. Upon receiving the word from your intentions from Master Alphinaud, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which needs be negotiated. If it pleases you, I would do so. It does? Sir, unless I'm much mistaken, you are the one known as Meteor, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to meet your acquaintance. Slaffborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper, then use it to infiltrate the Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll, but we shall hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. You walked here with a monocle on. Well, well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Meteor. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before I do that, I dare say you've earned yourself a rest. After all, you have travelled so far, and there is much you will have done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Why are we sitting alone? Ah, Meteor. Were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphinaud has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Yay. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I, too, have good news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have pledged their full support, General Raubon included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst-kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that the gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal them to the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felt primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they are great indeed. Great. I say yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and time again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamine to teach me the basics of mining too. I don't know. Feels like somehow Tataru's making out ahead on this. Making money. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphinaud, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I'd expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slafbone. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Meteor. Okay. There it is. Is that the last of Pray Return? Are we finally done? Pray Returning? I'm sure you had a voice in the 2.0 clear, but all voices are redone for patch content. Sorry, bud.
I was told to expect a Scion. I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Meteor. Have you something for me, yes?
I got some documents.
Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you, since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I think you very much want to give me the work of a dozen men. Thankfully, I don't know that any of that matters now that they've trimmed 100 quests from ARR.
Probably was a dozen quests just to be thematically with that statement. Can't just throw words like that around.
Back for the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha! I jest. Even I can appreciate what an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where the adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. It may get a little bit ruckus at times, but I imagine it'll be a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, and I'll show you around.
Is that you, Meteor? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear as our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste.
Everything quite all right, friend?
No. They just asked me to pray return. We were done with that place.
I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries. You can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return, as you said, any time after you've seen to more of your pressing matters.
Alright. Ridiculous. We just left. I thought we were done. I literally just delivered a letter. That's it. We can slay primals. We cannot be tempered. We can deliver mail. Those are all things we can do. I don't know why she's standing in your lap.
A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversations with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after I took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that all Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do.
Alright. I think if you had just told me to come back here and talk to her, I would have done that naturally. Back to the solar. I can't imagine why a PS3 with bad internet made this miserable back in the day. 67 load screens later.
I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that a nether primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Meteor. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Oriange says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Mughals guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, these disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Helois. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Meteor. Ida and Papalimo will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
May some part of this be handled by Moogle mail or a phone call. I heard BattleNet noises. Alright. I feel like there's phone calls available.
A pleasure to see you as always, Meteor. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain.
Yeah, as long as you're gonna give me a baby buffalo, I will listen to anything you're saying.
Oh, good. Here is a baby buffalo, then.
What's the reason that they gave me a buffalo calf? Was there another quest there that made that make sense? He said, allow me to explain, and then gave me a baby buffalo calf.
Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Cop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an intermittent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have your reprise. Yes. Do not interrupt me.
Incredible.
I know it was incredible. We would have you have your reprise the role of our dealings with the Moogles, much in the same way Farmer Girl supports your journeys. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Cop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand.
Yeah, I really haven't met... As far as I know, I really only have one twin. Like, occasionally there's been moments where, like, Alphinaud and Alice, like, when the game starts, but, like, as a new player, you couldn't have known that. So, I'm really looking forward to, I have, like, a general idea of some of the things revealed in Binding Coil, but what's been great is, like, while the major notes are kind of spoiled for me, being from the future, and having already played Shadowbringers and played Endwalker, and had these conversations and asked questions, and watched some, like, lore summaries that, like, just hit on the major notes because they inherently summarize, there's been all these little details that I had no idea. We did Cutter's Cry for the first time today. And, like, I don't know, there were parts of Cutter's Cry that was like, that was weird. That was weird! So. Did I play Coils in ARR? I think I started them and I couldn't get through them. As a PS3 player with bad internet that came from WoW rating and didn't want to put that kind of time in, I think I did the first couple turns later in the expansion, when people had better gear. I was not up to the very snuff, as opposed to, like, my brother was. My brother and some of Brian's friends were, like, running that stuff every week, and I was behind them. I also didn't finish my ARR Relic. I was a black mage with bad internet on a PS3, so there were just limitations to what I was willing to commit. WoW released their new talent system. We've had talent trees in WoW in the past. We'll see. We'll see. It's all about what it feels like in content. Combat systems are about feeling. Alright. So. We've been sent here to Gridania. We were given a baby buffalo. Without very good reason. And we are here because there's an imminent threat that sounds like it's a new primal that is affecting the Shroud, and most specifically, Moogle kind, and then the Gridanians obviously care. Kuplokop has petitioned the Elder Seedseer for an audience, and so we need to speak with the Conjurer to be allowed to go to Lotus Stand, where a Moogle's going to tell us all this. Just to catch you guys up, because we took a break and recorded with Brian.
The other scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was late. I had some news stuff to film with a friend. Oh my gosh, look at how many people showed up while we took our time. Wow. What are you guys doing here? Okay. I don't remember your voice. Sorry, sweetie.